The paid preferred parking here at the Mall of Columbia is officially available. And if you're wondering how it's going,
So, I just pulled up to Cumberland Mall, and y'all will never guess what the fuck is going on. Paid parking? All these damn parking spots. I had to park at the back of the mall. Because you have to pay to park at the mall now? At the mall? Atlanta?
I'm at St. Matthew's Mall, and if you are going there, you will have to pay. This is called preferred pay parking. And as you can see, it's in front of the food court, okay? The first hour is $2.45, and an additional hour is $2. Cap hours is at 4.
You guys, I have to say, when did going to mall becomes this expensive? Because lately my TikTok has been filled with videos of people showing that some shopping mall are not charging people just to park. And I'm not talking about airport or downtown parking garage. I am talking about the same shopping mall where people are already going to spend their money. Are you telling me I have to pay before I even walk through the front door? Honestly, when I first saw these videos, I thought people were joking. But then I keep seeing more and more and more of them. I realized this is actually becoming a thing. So today we are going to watch some of these videos together and talk about what's really going on. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joy. Now, let's get into today's video.
So, I just pulled up to Cumberland Mall, and y'all will never guess what the fuck is going on. Paid parking? All these damn parking spots. I had to park at the back of the mall. Because you have to pay to park at the mall now? At the mall? Atlanta?
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. If I drove to the mall and saw a sign saying I have to pay to park, I would probably do the same exact thing she just did. I do just park a little further away, keep my money, and walk the extra few minutes. In today's economy, people are really trying to save money whenever they can. So asking someone to pay before they even start shopping is not going to make anybody happy.
the paid preferred parking here at the Mall of Columbia is officially available. And if you're wondering how it's going, not very well.
When I pulled in the mall, I was really flabbergasted that they had the audacity to charge for parking closer to the door.
That seems to be the consensus here at the Mall of Columbia, just a day after the mall launched its new paid preferred parking option.
We're willing to walk the extra block, but I just don't really think there's a need for it.
Roughly 120 parking spaces near the front of the mall by the restaurants and movie theater are now reserved for those willing to pay. The first hour is $2.45, and it's an additional $2 for each hour after that. After 4 hours, it's capped at $10.45. So far, not many people seem to be taking advantage of it.
You can see by the amount of vacancies for these spots, we're all speaking the same thing.
You should have a right to park your car where maybe a valet service could be something where it's not taking up 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this is half of the parking lot here.
In a statement from the mall, quote, "Preferred parking is intended for those who want the convenience to not look for a spot. Whether they're making a quick shopping trip, want to run in and out, or are parking for a lunch or dinner reservation, the program is a simple option for convenience," end quote. The mall says there are still more than 6,500 free parking spaces available. But customers say malls need the business right now, and they hate to see something like this possibly deter customers.
I think we have to attract more customers into the malls to keep them vibrant. And I think it might be a way of just excluding people, excluding shoppers. We can shop elsewhere. We can shop online.
What about on the busy days? This is 1 o'clock on a Tuesday. So what about Saturday and Sunday? It's going to be impossible for people to find parking, and it's just going to cause chaos.
So Columbia has spoken, and they do not like this new preferred parking at the Columbia Mall. Today is Monday, August 3rd, when these parking spots, 120 of them, went live. And here is what we're seeing at the mall right now. A lot of empty parking spots. There are a couple people. I think this person is one of them. And there might have been a van over here. So the handicap spots are not impacted. So you can park handicap, no extra pay. A lot of people, you know, kind of rolling through, seeing what's up. We'll see if this person decides to park here. It's looking like a no. They're just rolling past it. So we'll see how long this lasts.
This was actually really interesting. Did you notice how most of the paid parking space were empty? That tells me something very simple. A lot of shoppers have already decided they do rather walk a little further than pay extra to park close to the entrance, right? And honestly, I can understand that if I am already planning to spend money inside the mall, buying clothes, food, or whatever else, paying extra just to park feels like another bill.
Well, you could still park for free at the mall, but if you want one of those parking spots closest to the food court entrance, it'll now cost you. These paid parking signs have appeared in some of the mall's most convenient parking spots, sparking mixed reactions from shoppers.
It's another thing to pay for.
The signs at Columbiana Center Mall catching plenty of shoppers off guard.
It always has been free, so it was pretty shocking.
It's called preferred parking. There are about 14 signs now placed at the center of the parking lines, turning a handful of spots closer to the food court entrance into paid parking. You have to scan the QR code for the price, listed as $2.45 for 1 hour. A pop-up message also says 10% of the proceeds go to Harvest Hope Food Bank, something Carly Sharp supports.
Now knowing that they kind of are donating to like Harvest Hope and stuff like that, I do support that.
But another shopper, Keisha Grant, questions where the other 90% is going. The payment app doesn't provide that detail.
It does seem like a reasonable fundraiser, but I'm just curious about the percentage and then where does the rest go?
Jasmine Moore is also concerned about the lack of accessible parking spaces for disabled shoppers and mothers.
So I have to walk further now with a stroller and baby bag and everything just because they want to start charging for parking.
A spokesperson with the food bank tells me they were not involved in the creation of the program and are only the beneficiaries. Now, according to a message on the payment site, this program is only being offered for a limited time. Exactly when it will end, well, that's still unclear. Lena Allen, WIS News 10.
Now, to be fair, not everyone has a problem with it. Some people don't mind paying extra dollars if it saves time or if they don't feel like walking across a huge parking lot, and that's their choice. If someone has mobility issue, if they're shopping with younger children, or they are just in a hurry, they might feel that the extra cost is worth the conveniences. So I can see both sides of the argument, right? Well, I think this is an important detail that people should know. The mall is not charging every single person to park. There are still free parking space available. They are just charging for those spots that are close to the entrance. So it really comes down to a choice, right? Do you want to save a few minutes or do you want to save a few dollars? Every shopper is going to answer that question differently.
So you're telling me I have to pay more to be in a closer parking spot at the Cool Springs Mall? Apparently, they put in like 50 VIP parking spaces to be closer to the entrance in the Cool Springs Mall. They partnered up with PMC to do these VIP parking spots. I guess it doesn't affect the amount of handicap or pregnant mothers expecting spots either. But I guess that's just another reason for me to shop online. I mean, I'll still go to the mall. I enjoy window shopping. But at the same time, you know, when you get that close parking spot, you freaking want it. And now it's like, cool, you can pay to park closer. I mean, frick, everything's like a membership nowadays. What I want to know is, who's paying to park in these VIP parking spots in the Cool Springs Mall? Feel free to tag that person you think would pay. Honestly, I would find myself not paying because I'll use it as an excuse to get some extra steps in and then also contemplate, why'd I come to the mall in the first place? I don't need these things, but I'd like them.
Okay, now this is where the conversation is really interesting because a lot of people are asking where will shopping mall start charging for a parking all of a sudden? And honestly, I don't think this is just about parking. I think this is about money. Over the last few years, we have seen more and more people shopping online. Some people don't even go to the mall anymore. They order their clothes online, they order their shoes online, they even order their grocery online. So when fewer people are walking through the door, shopping malls have to find new ways to make money, and this might be one of those ways.
Would you pay to go to the mall? I already don't enjoy shopping much, especially for clothes, but the Willowbrook Mall is making preferred parking pay. So I'm looking at this article by Jen Ursulo. So if you want to park near the entrance, it's now a preferred spot, and it's $2.45 for the first hour and $2 an hour after that. And with everything going on, this is not like a big story. I'm just I clicked on it because I was like, well, how much are they charging to pay to park? Like, I expect to pay to park when you go to a concert or a Great Adventure. I would not expect to pay to park at the mall. Like, malls seem to be like they're already struggling to get people there except for maybe the holidays. And this is just an added expense. It does say that 10% of Willowbrook's Mall's net proceeds from the preferred parking will go to Child Focus Incorporated. And it says that is dedicated to recruiting trained volunteers to support children at risk of abuse and neglect. So I'm interested to see, would you pay to park up front?
Wait a goddamn minute. What do you mean that you have to now pay to park at Columbia Mall, huh? It's the first 120 spots in the very front between Restaurant Row and Main Event. Yeah, and that's effective as of August 3rd this year. So I think it's $2.45 for the first hour, and then after that it goes on and so forth, but it caps off at like $10 and some change, so you're not paying anything above $10 no matter how long you're there for. That's crazy. And I've been seeing videos of people parking intentionally behind that 120 spot like deadline or red line area so they can go into the goddamn mall for free. Wow, that's insane. And I haven't been to Columbia Mall in, I don't know, at least a year plus. This is going to spark a trend. When malls are already trying to hang on to survive, and they are charging to park at the fucking mall. Go ahead and wrap it up. That's crazy. I'll call you back.
I don't think people are really angry about $2, $4. I think people are just tired of feeling like every single thing has to be extra charges attached to it. That's the biggest conversation here. And when you add up packing, higher price, membership, delivery fee, service charge, and everything else, it starts to feel like the money does not go as far as it used to be. But the question is this actually going to help shopping malls, or is it just going to push even more people to stay at home and shop online? Because that's the part I'm really curious about.
I'm at St. Matthew's Mall, and if you are going there, you will have to pay. This is called preferred pay parking. And as you can see, it's in front of the food court, okay? The first hour is $2.45, and an additional hour is $2. Cap hours is at 4. Please don't come in my comment section talking about that I'm spreading false information. I'm not. With these preferred paid parking spots, it only covers about 2.5% of the whole lot. It doesn't cover the handicap spots or anything like that. So y'all still have the handicap spots by the food court. Already in bigger cities, they already have paid preferred parking. Ben had that. Don't be surprised if other malls in the Louisville area, you will have to pay to park, like Jefferson Mall or Oxmoor Mall.
After watching all of these videos, I keep asking myself one question: is this really the direction shopping malls are going? Because 10 years ago, nobody would have ever believed that some malls would start charging people to park. Honestly, I don't think this will be the last change we'll see. Shopping has changed, people have changed, and the way we spend money has changed. Years ago, people would spend the entire Saturday at the mall. They would shop, eat, watch a movie, and just hang out. Now, people would rather shop from their couch, one click, and it shows up at their front door. And so I can understand why most owners are trying different things. They're trying to find new ways to make money. They are trying to keep their property open. They are trying to pay their employees. They are trying to keep stores from closing. So from a business perspective, I could see why they are doing it. But from a customer perspective, I feel very different because people are already dealing with high prices everywhere else. Grocery costs more, rent costs more, insurance costs more, restaurants cost more. So when someone see a parking fee, it just feel like one more expenses. People aren't really talking about the parking space. They are talking about how expensive life has become. The parking fee is just the thing that finally make people say, okay, this is getting ridiculous. I also think it depends on the person. Some people don't mind paying a few dollars. Some just want the clothes spot. They don't want to work. They have children. They have shopping bag, or they just value conveniences, and that's perfectly fine. Other people will look at this same parking space, smile, park 200 feet away for free. They will take the extra work, save their money, and use the few dollars to buy coffee instead. And honestly, there is nothing wrong with that either. Personally, I think this is less about packing. It's more about the direction our economy is going. If you like business are looking for new ways to generate revenue and customers are looking for ways to save money, those two things are not colliding, and that's why we are seeing stories like this all over social media. Do I think every mall is going to start doing this? Probably not, but I would not be surprised if more shopping centers start testing it over the next few years. The real question is, will shoppers accept it, or will they just pack further away or just shop online instead? That's what I'm really curious about. But now I want to hear from you. Would you ever pay extra to park closer to the mall, or would you save your money or just walk a little further? Do you think this is a smart business idea, or do you think it's just another way of charging people for something that used to be free? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an upload from me. I am Joy. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in my next one.